Hey YouTube pipe community, how's everybody doing? Brendan, Brandywine Valley Piper, coming at you on a nice Friday morning. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on, got a video out, but I had some time today. I am off today from work. That's why I haven't had much time to do many videos lately. I've worked the last couple weekends and just had a lot going on. So I've been having fun watching everybody else's videos, but I'm finally getting one out myself. So thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me for a couple minutes. Try to keep this short. First off, I'm smoking my Savinelli Bing's favorite. Very nice pipe. And then also I have my nice little lighter from Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey. I love this lighter. Life with the Pipe. If you haven't seen him, check out his site. Check out his content. He's great. But I just wanted to do a quick video today. Talk about orientals. I've been on a kick with orientals for the last, kind of since the beginning of the year. Started at the end of last year, and it started with Sun Bear. That's when I really kind of got introduced to orientals, really Virginia oriental blends. I've had them in, English with a lot of Kia orientals that way, but I'm not a big fan of a lot of Kia, so I've kind of steered away from that lately. And when I found the Virginia orientals, I fell in love. I just really like that combination. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm actually starting to get a little bit more into smoking some Englishes and, trying to pull out and get, past a lot of Kia, because that just overpowers. It always overpowers it for me. So I have challenges trying to, find other leaves in that type of blend. So, but I am revisiting those and trying to work on that too. Just having some fun. But yeah, so the beginning of the year, I really started looking more into the orientals. I really like these Cornell and Deal GLP orientals. That's the majority of the ones that I've had so far. Just the characteristics of it, it just fits my profile really nicely. It's spicy. By the way, right now I'm smoking, what am I smoking? I think it's GLPs. Yeah, GLP's Geometry. I couldn't remember if it was Cornell and Deal or GLPs. So this has Bosma and Izmir. So I do like it. It's more oriental forward. It actually has the two different type of orientals. And it's spicy, very fragrant, kind of incense-like. It's hard to explain, but that's the first thing I was getting when I started getting into orientals is, an incense-like note. And really enjoyable. Very spicy, very earthy, but not like a jalapeno type spice. It's more like, baking spices. Definitely prevalent with the baking spices. The other thing I like, especially with the Virginia and the Oriental blends, by the way, I like the ones with Perique in it also. That's a nice little add to the mixture that I really enjoy. But I love how it develops through the bowl. The beginning of the bowl, I'm getting a lot more of the Virginias, the sweetness of the Virginias that are in the blend. But then as the bowl develops, get further down, get about halfway down the bowl, through the rest of the bowl, it becomes more spicy. And I'm picking up a lot more of the orientals. So the spice just continues to build and build as the bowl goes on. And then if there's perique in it, even more spice, especially right at the end, which I enjoy. You know, it does give me a little bit of a dry mouth, not like cotton mouth, but more, I don't want to say a chemical dryness. I think I explained it before, kind of like big red gum or cinnamon candies, how that dries out your tongue and your mouth. That's kind of the sensation I get with orientals, which I don't mind. But sometimes if I'm smoking a blend with a lot of different components in it, I'll know if I can't taste the orientals, but when I get that dryness on my tongue, I'll know that there's some orientals in there. Thank you, Jeffrey. So I've really been enjoying this journey over the past couple months. So, you know, I've had a couple different blends. You know, Sun Bear is what kind of got me started. Then I got the GLP's Geometry, which I really liked. Oriental Silk from Cornell and Deal, that has been my kind of my everyday blend lately. And then Captain Earl's Honor Blend was another one that I had that I really enjoy. So most of them have Izmir or Basma, but then I know the Steamworks is the other one. I don't know if I said that. Steamworks has the Black Sea Silkum. I hope that's how you say it. All very enjoyable, but thank you, Gary, Papa Bear, for this awesome tamper. The next thing I really want to do is I want to get some of the individual blending components. So get some Izmir by itself, get some Basma by itself, whatever I can actually find. I've been on some of the sites, besides getting whole leaf, which I don't want to deal with that right now. I've only been able to find, I think, Izmir and Basma. So I want to try those by themselves, so I can really get a better feel of, you know, what it's bringing to the table. And then start adding it to some of my blends. I'd love to add it to a couple of my, you know, my Virginia Perique blends, just regular Virginia blends, and see what it adds to the mix. I'm curious to do that. So I think next time I get an order in, I'm going to try to see if I can find some of the individual blends so I can smoke them by myself. So that would be my next go, my next experiment. But, you know, I just really wanted to kind of get my thoughts out on the Orientals and kind of what I feel about them, what I think they bring to the blends. I know they're in a lot of different types of blends, but again, I'm kind of really focusing on them without Latakia, just because I feel that Latakia just overpowers the rest of the blend. But I'm just relaxing this weekend. It's finally going to be nice. It's been raining a lot, so it's going to be nice to, got to mow the lawn. Fun. Going out with some friends to a concert tonight, and then this weekend just getting caught up on some stuff. And sorry if you can hear Luna in the background. She's out there barking at something. So, but that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts on Orientals. If there's any Orientals that you think of that, you know, don't have Latakia that I didn't mention, let me know, because I would love to try more of them, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are of them, or just make a comment about the blends that I have talked about, or Orientals in general, and what you think of them. And that's it for me. About 10 minutes, so I want to keep this fairly short. But thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you sitting down and having a bowl with me. Have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you next time.